From the quiet fields of Eastern Europe, a revolution was born. Not of weapons or politics, but of football. This is the story of Romania, a misunderstood giant, a team that rose from hardship to glory, and a golden generation that shook the world. Welcome to the revolution of the Romanian national team. Chapter 1. Origins in the shadows of Europe. Football in Romania dates back over a century. The Romanian Football Federation was established in 1909. By 1922, the national team played its first international match against Yugoslavia and won 2-1. These were humble beginnings, but Romania was about to become a silent constant in the early development of global football. In fact, Romania played in the first 3 FIFA World Cups, 1930, 1934, and 1938. A feat only matched by Brazil, France, and Belgium. However, while the footballing infrastructure existed, political and economic instability would forever cast a shadow over progress. Chapter 2. Ceaușescu's grip. Football as propaganda. Under the communist regime of Nicolae Ceaușescu, football was politicized. Clubs were tied to institutions, Dinamo to the police, Steaua Bucharest to the army. The government poured resources into the sport, not for passion, but to showcase national power. Matches weren't just football games, they were political theater. National team selections were scrutinized. Steaua players, thanks to their army links, often got the nod. This favoritism bred resentment, but also produced success. Chapter 3. The Steaua Miracle, European Conquest. In 1986, Romanian club football achieved the impossible. Steaua Bucharest defeated Barcelona in the European Cup final. After a 0-0 draw, Helmut Duckadam saved all 4 of Barca's penalties. Steaua won the shootout 2-0. This wasn't just a victory for a club, it was a statement to the West. Behind the Iron Curtain, Romania had built a team that could conquer Europe. Players like Neodride Beladici, Victor Piorca, and Lacatuș became household names. This core of Steaua players soon became the backbone of the national team. Chapter 4. Hagi, the Maradona of the Carpathians. Gheorghe Hagi was more than a footballer. He was a cultural hero. Born in Săcele, he rose through the ranks at Farul Constante before moving to Sportul Studențesc, Steaua, Real Madrid, and eventually Barcelona. His left foot was blessed. He could pass, dribble, shoot, and see the game seconds before anyone else. Diego Maradona called him one of the greatest I've ever seen. Johan Cruyff said Hagi was a player of immense imagination. But it wasn't just flair. Hagi led. He carried Romania on his shoulders for more than a decade. Chapter. USA, 1994. Romania's Golden Odyssey. The 1994 World Cup in the United States wasn't just Romania's finest hour. It was a cinematic masterpiece of courage, flair, and national pride. For one glorious summer, the Maradona of the Carpathians and his golden generation lit up the world stage, capturing imaginations and leaving giants in their wake. Group stage. The shock of Pasadena. Romania opened their campaign against Colombia, a team hyped as dark horses, featuring Carlos Valderrama and the deadly Faustino Asprilla. But Romania came to conquer. In a sun-soaked Pasadena, Gheorghe Hagi produced one of the greatest goals in World Cup history. An audacious curling lob from near the left touchline that caught goalkeeper Oscar Cordoba stranded. It wasn't just a goal, it was a statement. Ilie Dumitrescu added to the tally, and Florin Răducioiu sealed it with a third. Final score, 3-1 Romania. The football world blinked. Romania had arrived. But euphoria was briefly tempered. In their second game, a flat performance saw them stunned 4-1 by a vibrant Switzerland. The Romanian defense was porous, the midfield disjointed. Critics whispered, was Colombia just a fluke? In their final group game, pressure mounted. The hosts USA, buoyed by a patriotic crowd, were determined to advance. But Romania responded like warriors. A single, decisive strike from Răducioiu was enough. A 1-0 win sent the Tricolorii through top of the group. Round of 16, Argentina versus Art. Romania, the night of magic. Then came the match that would etch Romania into legend. The showdown with Argentina, World Cup royalty. Even without Diego Maradona, recently banned for doping, all eyes turned to Batistuta, Simeone, and Redondo. But it was Ilie Dumitrescu who stole the show. Just 11 minutes in, he curled a free kick past the Argentine wall, stunning the Rose Bowl. Argentina responded swiftly, through Balbo, but before the dust could settle, Dumitrescu danced into the box again. One touch, bang, 2-1. Then came Hagi's masterpiece. After exchanging passes with Dumitrescu, he slipped past two defenders and sloted home with that signature left foot. Poetry in motion. 3-1 Romania. Argentina clawed one back through Batistuta, but it was too late. Final score, 3-2 Romania. Analysts were left speechless. Newspapers called it one of the greatest matches in World Cup history. Argentina, two-time champions, had been outplayed. Heroes emerged. Ilie Dumitrescu, 2 goals and an assist, unstoppable. Hagi, the heartbeat of the team, likened to Zidane before Zidane. Florin Răducioiu, in goal, making critical saves under immense pressure. The streets of Bucharest erupted. Horns blared, flags waved. Romania had done the unthinkable. Quarter-final, Sweden versus Romania. Glory denied. Next came Sweden, a battle not just of tactics, but of nerves and destiny. For 78 tense minutes, the match remained goalless. Then, Thomas Brolin, Sweden's midfield maestro, struck. An out of tone, a darting, and pity. Then came the moment, a battlefield, a darting run from Sweden, a darting run from Barra, and heavily a tone mate. But dreams can fracture quickly. In the 115th minute, Kenneth Anderson rose above the Romanian defense to head home the equalizer. Heartbreak, 2-2. It would go to penalties, and in that dreaded shootout, the gods turned their backs. Hagi, the talisman, didn't take a kick. Răducioiu, heroic in open play, was helpless against the spot kicks. Romania missed 2. Sweden converted all 5. Final score, Sweden won 5-4 on penalties. Aftermath, legends forged. Though eliminated, Romania didn't leave as losers. They left as icons. For the first time since the war-torn early 20th century, Romania stood tall on a global stage, shoulder to shoulder with football's aristocracy. Commentators around the world praised them. Pelé called Hagi a magician. Gary Lineker said, if there was justice in football, Romania would have been champions. Johan Cruyff praised their boldness, saying, they played the way the game should be played, fearless and free. Back home, the squad were welcomed like kings. Every player's name was sung in schools and bars. Children mimicked Răducioiu's celebration. Dumitrescu became a folk hero. And Gheorghe Hagi, he wasn't just a footballer anymore. He was a symbol, a unifier, a walking reminder that in football, even the small can humble the giants. Chapter 6. Beyond Hagi, the stars of a golden generation. While Hagi was the face, he wasn't alone. Gheorghe Popescu, a calm, commanding defender who captained Barcelona after Hagi. Ilie Dumitrescu, explosive and intelligent. His double against Argentina sealed his name in folklore. Florin Răducioiu, a striker with a powerful shot who played in Serie A and scored at major tournaments. Petrescu, a modern fullback before it was trendy, played in the Premier League and brought steel to the defense. This generation wasn't just talented, they were global, and they made Romania respected. Chapter 7. The 1998 and 2000 follow-up. At the 1998 World Cup, Romania again reached the round of 16. They topped a group featuring England and Colombia. Famous for dyeing their hair blonde in unity, they entertained and united the nation. At Euro 2000, Romania knocked out England with a thrilling 3-2 win in the group stage and reached the quarter-finals. But this marked the last deep run of a Romanian national team. The golden generation began to retire, and with them, so did Romania's place at football's top table. Chapter 8. Adi Mutu and the Lost Years. Adrian Mutu was seen as the heir to Hagi, skillful, fiery, and prolific. But his career was marred by controversy, including a high-profile ban for cocaine use while at Chelsea. His talent was never in doubt. He scored 35 goals for Romania, but the discipline and team structure faded during this era. Romania failed to qualify for several major tournaments. Chapter 9. Politics, Decline, and Hope. Post-2000, Romanian football has struggled. Corruption scandals have rocked clubs, infrastructure investment has lagged, and the national team has failed to consistently qualify for major tournaments. In 2024, Romania faced a 9.3% GDP budget deficit, Financial uncertainty and government turmoil filtered into sport. Football academies closed. Talented youngsters moved abroad early. However, recent years have seen signs of hope. Gheorghe Hagi has opened a football academy, producing talents like Ianis Hagi, who carries his father's legacy. Chapter 10. A romance remembered. Roman fans remain passionate. Their love never faded. Flags still wave, songs still echo. From Bucharest to Cluj, Craiova to Constanța. The magic of 1994, the glory of Steaua 16, and the genius of Hagi will never be forgotten. Barcelona's Fat, Haka, Madden Ford, and Frank, they are etched into the soul of Romanian sport. Perhaps Romania will never again reach those dizzying heights, but they showed the world what was possible, what heart, skill, and unity could achieve. Romania's revolution wasn't just a moment, it was a movement, built on talent, fueled by passion, written into history by legends. Will they rise again? We watch. We wait. Let us know your favorite Romanian football moment in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of football's forgotten giants. This was the revolution of the Romanian national team.